JB, between the turnovers in this one and some of the defensive lapses, what felt like the biggest factor to you in not being able to take full control like you guys had at the beginning of the game?
24 turnovers is hard to overcome. The time that they came and how they were coming that, led to one of the best fast break teams in our league right now. So I think that's hard to overcome. But again, we put ourselves in position. Couldn't come up with the ball in the final possession there. But our guys battled and gave themselves a chance down the stretch.
Yeah, what did you see just from the group and the way they responded in that final stretch?
Yeah, that's who they are. And that's why, these games hurt, is because they do have that resiliency. They do care. They are committed. And they laid it all out there tonight and tried their best. But just, again, a few possessions here, a few plays there, ended up costing us in the long run.
Question.
Not very often this team is outscored in the paint. Just what were you seeing there, the physicality of the game?
Again, I thought that's one of the things that they do. I thought they drove us. We could have been earlier in our help spots. We allowed them to get too deep. But again, we'll take a look at it and we'll correct it.
I think the first field goal for the team in the fourth quarter was around the 7-minute mark with that Duncan Robinson three. Just the offense stagnating through the first half of the fourth. What did you see there, and how much do you think that three from Duncan helped kind of undo things toward the end?
Yeah, it's obviously, kind of a work in progress there with bringing guys back and who's going to play in those minutes when Cade is out of the game, and then figuring out, the offensive identity of that group and how we can continue to play faster, but we can move teams around. Our stops have to help us so we can get out and run, because that group should be pretty athletic and pretty fast. So again, we're working on it, and guys will get more comfortable in their roles. We'll, get more comfortable in our rotations.
It didn't seem like either side was happy with the officiating tonight, and Cade emotional at one point. Just how frustrating can that be, just as a coach in this game, when that seems to get in the way of things?
It is frustrating. The lack of consistency is what was on both ends of the floor, right? I'm not saying, we were reffed any different than they were. But there was no balance and no flow to the game of what was going to be deemed a call tonight. I could go further, but I'll stop.
You talked about wanting to run a 12-man rotation just to kind of, give guys opportunities to play. Do you think that's made a bit of a, tougher impact in terms of their adjusting, or do you think it's just kind of part of the game?
I don't understand what you mean.
Like, do you think it's, disrupting any of the rhythm in terms of, guys kind of adjusting to different sets and, 12 players or anything like that?
No. We play the same way systematically, so it doesn't matter. Thank you all.